here across the board with everything happening. Again, the market's really gone nowhere. There's not really a whole lot to do. There are a lot of interesting setups that are interesting. We had one fire off this morning. We'll see if that one ends up playing out. Not really off to a hot start, but that post-earnings move on Match, congratulations. The post-earnings move on LMND. That Walmart trade over there hitting first TP, congratulations to those of you guys that stuck that one out. Those are up over 100% there too. Again, guys, this is not that difficult in the market to have success as long as you just listen and think about the medium to long-term vision of what is going to happen over time if you operate in the market with a with some level of a degree of professionalism and intelligence. So we've got a lot of interesting things to talk about here today. A lot of interesting movements across the board, but shout out to all of you guys that are filtering back into the stream. Again, I do these every day for you guys at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So it is that time of day, ladies and gentlemen. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot. Spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. Again, we've got a 200 like goal on the stream here. It would be great to hit it. Let's see. No slackers today on the like button. We'll see what we can get going. I mean, we do have another potential post earnings. That's ooh, hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Hold on. We're gonna do this in a second here. Hold on. Hunting. I'm hunting. Hold on. What's the level? There it is. Oh, this chain is just icky. It's just an icky chain. Let's see if it wants to go. Let's see. That's a good potential post earnings there. Let's see. Hold on. All right. Let's see what we get. So that looks good. First Solar looks like it wants to invalidate there. That's fine. All right. Let's see what we got in here this morning. We got Eddie, Jeep Rack. We've got Reaper, Daily, Taylor, Michael, Randy. Let's see. JF, Jesse, Dawn, One of One, Rohan, John. What's up, man? How you doing? Matt. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, let's see what we get here. Yeah, First Solar looks like it wants to invalidate. I'm probably going to cut that one. Probably going to let that one go here. Let's see if I can get that. Let's see. It's going to be hard to get out of. Let's see. I'd be fine with that right there. Let's see. No, they're being a little rude. They're being a little rude. Let's see. S Max, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Come on. Come on, let me out. I don't want it anymore. Give it to me. Got it. All right. Cut that one. Little paper cut. Again, when I'm looking at these guys, the outcome of one individual trade is completely meaningless to me when every single trade that we look at has the potential to run multi-hundreds and multi-thousands of percent. So, let's see what we get. MSOS having a little bit of drama here today, but let's actually take a quick look at Walmart. Again, guys, epic move here. Congratulations to everybody that nailed this one. Again, this is just another awesome LTMP trade there. Again, for those of you guys that aren't in it, I don't know what you're doing at this point. I really don't. I'm going to throw the link in here for you guys too. It is pinned to the top of the live chat. Yeah, I was cutting First Solar there. So I don't really want it anymore. It's showing a lot of drama there. Tiny paper cut. So let's see. Yeah, there's the link. Use code August if you guys want to hop in. Where is it now? Did it just rip back up? It might. It might just rip back up. Walmart was a beauty. Yeah, Walmart was epic. So yeah, out of First Solar, don't really want that one. A-Net's going to screw around here a little bit, but again, that's like super size for zero on a post-earnings move. Let's see if we can get some continuation through these highs. That would be fun. MSOS is starting to try and work its way back up here. A little bit of drama. Again, it really needs to clear that 200 EMA with some momentum there. If it can, great. If not, all right, it's probably going to fail. But let's see. APP. Hold on. What's up with that? No. No, nothing on APP. Nothing on APP there. Dude, Miguel, 350% on Walmart. Guys, this is just like, I try to explain this to you guys and like make sure that you guys understand like this is the way to operate. Like we were talking about this on the stream too, especially with risk. Like 350% on Walmart. Like this is why I'm perfectly fine with sitting here and letting things run a little bit and just kind of giving things a little bit of room, because that Walmart trade, again, Miguel's in the community gains over here, 350% gains. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So again, I'm fine with taking little paper cuts if all of the other ones are going to run like crazy like that. So APP, there's nothing there for us. Match was another really good post-earnings move there today too. But let's check in on some of these other names. So Palantir post-earnings. Whoa! Palantir starting to get moving to the upside there as well, above yesterday's high, cruising. I mean, dude, this one just doesn't stop. Really, really solid earnings. Obviously wildly overvalued, but everybody knows that right now. So it's like it could just keep going, doing whatever it wants. Neo, let's take a look at this one. We did see some news of the Xpeng pre-sales. So those were going pretty well for Xpeng, so that might not help Neo there, especially with the recent launch of the L90. Again, this one is all going to be thesis driven. All the time. It's like either able to execute or they can't. Let's take a look at HIMS, because HIMS had a lot of drama. Yeah, this one's starting to move to the downside. So again, you're right back to that area here that I gave out to you guys for that short-term trade on HIMS from, 53 all the way up through these highs at 67. That was an epic one there. So really nothing to do on that one. Pretty good earnings. Again, the market's just going to do what it's going to do in the short term, especially with the stock as volatile as HIMS. Is SoFi getting lagged down by UPST today? Still a broken chart. If you were to force me to take a trade on this thing in the short term, I'd probably take something to the downside. Yeah, ANET looks good. I grabbed a little bit of ANET. Are those up? Yeah, I'm up like 11% on ANET. Those are looking good. First Solar just chopping around. I mean, you just didn't get that reaction that we wanted. I probably could have kept it, but like, I'd rather just take the money back, take a tiny paper cut, and then just use it for something else, you know? WDC, we can take a look at that really quick. Is that I know what this is. Ooh, that's actually looking interesting here too. So again, there's a lot of potential setups forming. The market's not really doing anything. You don't want to be trying to day trade this nonsense. Again, guys, swing trading. Walmart won't stop. Yeah. Wally's a great one. I wish we didn't have all that drama yesterday, but damn, look, there's another one, guys. I'm telling you guys I'm showing you guys each and every day what's possible if you adopt the LTMP methodology. I mean, Miguel over here up 350%. I bet those are up over 400% now. That's awesome. I mean, guys, those are the types of trades you have to be in. Epic, epic, epic move. So again, for those of you guys that aren't in the group yet, I don't know what you're doing. Like every week I'm showing you guys these. Every single week. ANET's looking good here on this post-earnings move so far. What are these up? Are they up a little here? They're up a little. Yeah, Walmart really not stopping here. So it depends on if you guys are covering earnings with that position here, because earnings are on the 21st. Next target is kind of up here at like 104.20. You could look like once your positions run in the money, which, I mean, Miguel, I know you don't have. I would actually look for those to go in the money at this point. You're up 350%, dude. Probably more now, honestly. Probably a lot more now. That's awesome. Congratulations, guys. That's what we do in LTMP. It is not that difficult. It is not that difficult. So, I mean, First Solar's kind of hanging around there. It probably could rip back up. I might regret it too, like the Walmart cutting it, but hey, it's fine. Shop getting back up. Oh, is it? Off the post-earnings move? Yeah, that's starting to move there. Yeah, still green on MSOS. I mean, that's back at 341. That's trying to work its way back up. ANET's been a beast though, guys. I mean, I gave this one to you guys on a break. I mean, this was a nice breakout too that we were able to hit going into earnings. I know a lot of you guys were. Did anybody hold ANET through earnings? Like for the like you made it free and then held it through earnings? That would have been a really, really good one. PayPal, we can take a look at PayPal. No setup on PayPal. If I were to pick a trade on that one, it would absolutely be to the downside. That is not a good looking chart in the short term here. Market moving back up. Let's see what we got here, folks. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's been, I mean, last week was a little slow. This week was a little slow, but again, that's how the market works. ANET rip in there. There we go. What are these up right now? They gotta be up nicely. Yeah, like 12%. I slung them a little, so like if I catch something on this, it could be really fun. ANET's pumping. This could be the post earnings that like I drill. I mean, I did hit, like eBay's were up well over 100%. There we go, 16%. These are moving now. These are moving now. So let's see if it can get going here. That'd be great. That'd be great. And again, guys, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it. We have a 200 like goal on the stream. I mean, technically FSLR is still valid. It didn't hit the bottom side, so I could have cut that one early, but I'm pretty sure I've already made back either most of the gains or most of the loss or all of the loss with ANET so far on this. Because this was small anyway, because I told you guys, like, in the morning, I was like, this thing's going to move all over the place. If it goes, it could be a massive one, but if it doesn't, I mean, it's just make sure you're keeping your risk in check. You don't want to be going crazy. Yeah, ANET looks good. I want to see that get some follow through there. That could be fun. That could be very fun. Costco. Hold on, about to cross what, though, dude? Not a setup yet. Ooh, we got more in community gains. Dude, guys, 500% on Walmart. Congratulations, Miguel. Guys, I don't know how many more times you guys need me to sit here and show you the most disgusting trades firing off in the market every single day before you realize, oh, LTMP is probably the way to go. So that link's floating around in the live chat. It's literally $1 a day for you guys to hop in. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. Prices are going to be going up significantly at the end of the month here. So if you want to lock in the lower rate, make sure you guys do that before then. ANET giving it back a little bit here, but again, it's a post earnings. They're going to do what they're going to do. I probably won't even look at this. Like it's just size for 0, let it go. If it wants to rip, hit limit orders, great. If it doesn't, whatever. But it looked really good on a post earnings move there, so. But yeah, Walmart, absolutely epic, guys. That is what we do. I think every single week for like the last 4 months, I've been able to hand out to you guys just some of the most disgusting trades in the market. Walmart is the one from this week, so that's 500%. Last week may not have been one. But the week before that was 6,000% Kohl's, 3,600% DINA, and then well into the 900% for AEO. What else was there? The week before was Roblox, 600%. That was great. So, ANET giving it back a little bit here, but that's post earnings. It's going to do what it's going to do. 500% on Walmart, dude. You don't need very many of those. You just need one, you know? Simple. Simple. Yeah, Costco's not a setup yet, but Costco's moving with Wally. Wally is ripping. That's what we like to see. eBay puts? No, you're just willy-nilly trying to do stuff here. This is actually a really bullish post-earnings consolidation setup forming. Again, it's once you guys, once you go through the learning curriculum videos in the group, you're going to see how simple, like the main feedback that I get is, oh, it's that simple. It's like, yeah. People are always like wondering, they're like, why wasn't I doing this before? And I'm like, I don't know. I try to show you guys. But no, you would not want to just randomly willy-nilly buy puts on eBay here. Where's the risk? What's the repeatable process and approach to shorting eBay after a really, really nice move up on earnings? Like, that's not really something that you would want to do. Wally looking good. The post earnings on Match fired off. That was a good one. ANET could still get going there. We'll see. It's up a lot, though. ANET is up a lot. Let's see. Ooh, some slackers on the like button. Let's see. Market looking decent here. Where did FSLR go? Am I going to regret this? We'll see. We'll see. MSOS flatlined at 340, so still nicely green on that. Again, we need to see that push through that 200 EMA with some steam. What, dude? Where's Miguel? Miguel, you might be up like 600% on Walmart right now. It might be more. If you hit 102, you're probably going to be up 600%. That's epic. That could be the next 1,000%er. It seriously could. I mean, there's a couple more days this week. If you want to trim it, make it free a little bit here, you can. But that is a very, very nice trade. Congratulations to everybody that held that one. That one was awesome. Awesome move there. Oh, ANET right back up. There we go. Like, I think, actually, let me look at this. Hold on, I'm trying to look at something here. What the... Okay. I think this is going to be a really good learning lesson for you guys. I just looked and saw how much I lost on First Solar. Just to put this into perspective and give you guys a good understanding of like why I say the outcome of one individual trade is meaningless here. And like the way that I size things, sometimes I can size a little bit more aggressively as long as I'm going to make sure that like one, I'm not getting terrible fills and chasing, which we don't do. And two, just making sure that you're cutting at the right points. $500, guys. That trade had the potential to make 10, 15 grand if it hit. That is a trade that I will take 100 times out of 100. That's how this works. Very, very, very simple. So again, it's like Walmart there too. Like Walmart's still pushing. ANET very volatile at the highs here. Let's see. Now signing up. Dale, welcome, my man. Yeah, we'd love to have you in there, man. I mean, all you guys, everybody, no matter like what experience level you're in, we're gonna get you going in the right direction. I mean, that Walmart trade there is epic. We'll see what happens with ANET, but these post-earnings trades, they're not different, but they're very volatile, which is why like when you go through, it's like you size them for 0. Like if they hit, remember, like we had those 3 in a row last earnings season where it was like 750% Dollar General, 850% Zscaler, and then the next one was the really big one. There's FSLR down below the low. Then the really big one was the it was like the Oracle ran up to 1,500%, then I sold the rest of it at 1,200%. So yeah, make sure you guys use code August though, because that'll get you your first month for 50% off. Yeah, let's see. If ANET can push through these highs here and get to like 140 today, that'd be pretty cool. If not, though, it's post-earnings. See what happens. Yeah, Oracle was nasty. So, you know what else I'm kind of looking at here? I kind of like Google. NVO. Yeah, it got hit on earnings, but I mean, they had good... I liked what I saw, honestly, out of their earnings. At some point, this is going to base and I'll buy more, but until then, I mean, the thing with Novo is, again, healthcare is really, really struggling right now. So we had it nicely at this spot. This is the one position from like the last 2 years that we have that's in the red. Actually, hold on. Where's Neo? Because Neo might be in the... Okay, fine. I'm down a penny on Neo. Like... all the other ones have been really, really, really awesome. So Novo, again, it's like a 5 to 10 year thesis. I still think that company is going to perform very, very, very well. If you don't like it, you can cut it. But I'm going to be staying in that one. If it gives me another opportunity to add lower, I will. So yeah, FSLR didn't want to go for us. Sammy, Affirm, and LMND for 100% today as well. Great work. Great work. Let's see. ANET giving it back a little bit there. What else we got? What else are we looking at for potential setups? It really kind of is. Google is kind of the last one that I'm looking at, especially with the way the market looks right here. Like, if you look at this on a different chart that I have, all you've done is break through, retest the daily 10 EMA, and then pushed lower from it. So I would be a little bit careful here, but in general, like, the market kind of is due for a pullback here. But the one thing that we were talking about too with like this morning with the overall like positioning, I think I have it saved. Yeah, quite impressive considering indices are hardly off the highs, but the 20-day change in Goldman's prime brokerage gross exposure logged its biggest unwind since March of 2020. I don't really see the argument for that. We've seen a lot of these large institutions be very underweight this rally from these lows since the bottoms in April, and that trend is looking like it's going to continue. If this market smells any sort of upside there, a lot of that money is going to start flowing back in and turbocharge it to the upside. Yesterday, though, again, we have to talk about things on both sides. The ISM data that came out was a little bit kind of pushing that stagflation narrative a little bit. So it is a risk, but I would not look at it as the base case. And that's, I think, what the big problem is with a lot of these economists and FOMC members. They're starting to shift, though, because we'll talk about this with Kashkari. They're starting to shift a little bit, but they have really treated this stagflation narrative so far this year as the base case and not just as a risk that we have to be aware of, which is not smart. It leads to bad policy decisions and clouds the Fed's judgment, which we have seen all year long. Now, I don't think we should be cutting like every single meeting here, but I do think that with the data that we've seen this year, we probably should have cut once so far, maybe 3 cuts this year. But since, and this is kind of going back to how we talk about bonds and why I've been able to be so accurate on the big tops and bottoms in the bond market over the last 2 years, is that my expectation based on the data is not all that crazily different than what the market is expecting. Last year, we saw this a few times where the market expectations were like 8 rate cuts, and the data just was not in support of that. So when we look at the data and say, well, this doesn't make any sense, that's when we can start taking positions. And it happens the other way too. Like the market at one point last year was projecting like more cuts or no cuts, or sorry, a hike or no cuts. And that also didn't make any sense. So we can play it on both sides. But this year, we really haven't seen the bond market get all that out of whack on either side. So versus like our own expectations. So let's see. Woo! We are 11 likes away from a quarter of the way to the 200 like goal. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Great work on Walmart, though. Great work on Walmart for those of you guys that held 500%. That's epic movement there. Epic. Premiums are holding really well on ANET right now, actually, which is nice. Oh, well, it's moving up now. That's why. It's back trying to get it to 138. Walmart shares and going for FSLR. Yeah, well, Rohan, I did say to you too, like yesterday when we were talking about Walmart, or you were like, what can I do with the shares? And I was like, well, the shares trade you can stay in, and a lot of the times you do want to stay in those shares trades because, so the reason why I'm cutting options trades quick is because this needs to happen. Now, most of the time when you see a candle like this where it baits going up and then comes back down, that's less likely to happen for us. Now, it did end up happening in this case, which is awesome. Those are probably up 600% right now for Miguel. And everybody else that held the Walmarts are printing. So the reason why, too, that I'll cut things early when you do see a lot of that volatility and drama is because of time decay, theta. Because if it runs up, it comes down, it takes a lot of time to make that move. And even if it were to run back to this level that we saw where I was up a decent amount on that position, well, the contracts aren't going to be up as much. So why would I then take on the additional risk when I could just cut it at break even and try and roll it into another position, which in this case looked like FSLR. It didn't end up playing out, and that's fine. Still very, very tiny losses. And again, this is the main thing. Like, I try and get this across. Oh, ANET is ripping right now. There we go. I try to get this across to everybody that comes in. And we talked about this on the stream. Like, for me, when you guys hear like my tone when I'm thinking about these positions, I don't care. Like, I literally don't care what happens to them. They either hit or they don't. It's very binary. The reason for that is because you see things like Walmart happen all the time. If I'm going to be taking, let's say, at most, and just aside from like these maybe crazy gap risk, which has happened twice in like the last year and a half, very infrequently. If these trades are going to run 500, 600, 1,000%, and any of the losers are going to be down maybe at most 30, why do I care? Like, I don't care, because I know there's ANET ripping up there again. I don't care about the outcome of one individual trade because I know what's going to happen over time. The ANETs are up 25% right now. That is good. I like it. I slung these a little bit, so that could end up being a very fun trade for us. So that's the type of thought process that I want all of you guys to have, and it comes from fully understanding the system that we're operating under and seeing, okay, this is what is possible when everything fires off. Like, I showed you guys what I was up over the last 3 months. It was like 200% on the trading account. So what do I care if I take a couple paper? I don't. I really don't. ANET going there. That could be a very fun one. If we can get them over 140 today, that could be very fun. So this is a post-earnings trade. I like it. Those are up 34% right now. Those are looking fun. Walmart still going there over 102. Jesus. Sit, Miguel. Miguel, congratulations, man. 622% on Walmart. Again, I'm going to throw the link in the live chat for you guys here too. So again, make sure you guys are using code August. That'll get you your first month for $1 a day. But again, make sure you do that before the end of August, because that'll lock in you at the lower rate, because prices are going to be going up. Yeah, let's see if ANET hits here. That could be a very, very fun post-earnings. This could be the one that I end up being able to nail. I mean, eBay was good. eBay was a good one. Those, everybody was able to scale out over 100% on those. That was fun. But yeah, any individual tickers that you guys want to let me know or want to talk about here, just let me know. I'd love to go through some tickers with you guys. Kind of share my thoughts. Actually, this is an interesting one. I mean, I kind of want to leave Walmart up here because this thing is just dirty. So going into this week, guys, there were two setups on the watch list, because they're just, with the market selling off like that, they're really all, like, wasn't going to be that much. And I think, was it First Solar? Oh no, it was Walmart and VZ. So if you just looked at Walmart this week in the group, out of one of the two, VZ never fired off, so there was no trade there. Or maybe FSLR, you took a little paper cut on. Okay, you made 600% on Walmart. Maybe more, you know? Snap, I hate. I do not think Snapchat is going to be around in 10 years. Their business model's not great. The user growth is not there. It just has been struggling for years and years and years and years. I would not touch this with a 10-foot pole, and I will also go as far to say I almost hate Snap as much as I hate Lucid. For different reasons, but I just don't think that Snap is really going to be around in 10 years. Like, I get it. It's like the messages go away, sending pictures to each other. Like, I get it, but like, where's the innovation? Where's the growth? Like, the market is going to price in future growth, not like just some product, you know? I'm not a big fan of this company at all. I would not buy this if you own it. I'm sorry. I don't know who told you that this was a smart idea, but I probably wouldn't be in that one. So, I mean, that's still a good looking setup on FSLR, but after what we saw today, I probably won't be going near it, because First Solar is one of those names where, like, it's had a lot of really bad news recently, but it's still trending to the upside. So that could be a very bullish sign for, like, short-term movement to the upside. But it just didn't end up being able to follow through. We are too old for Snap. Well, even I'm 26. I don't think I've used Snapchat. I mean, very, very, very rarely is somebody like I use, maybe like once in the last, I don't know. It's just not, it's not something that people use. Snap calls for a recovery gain. I think that's a very silly way to do things. ST. So here's the problem with what you're doing in the market is you are making it's a cardinal sin of retail traders. And you've done it twice in the live chat, so let's go through this because this is going to be a good learning lesson for you. eBay gapped up big on earnings, it's consolidating. Well, and you're like, oh, let's buy. What about puts on eBay? Okay, so basically the overall logic of that is, oh, it's up a lot, let's short it. Then it's on Snap. It's like, oh, it's down a lot on earnings, let's buy it. That's very, very, very dangerous, and it's just the typical nonsense retail trader trap that is not a repeatable process and approach to the market over the long run. Those names right now are up and down for a reason. There's a reason why they're down and up, because of their earnings. eBay, I would actually look for a post-earnings consolidation setup for a further breakout to the upside. Snap, I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. The thing is that like I try and show you guys every single day that there is a very simple, repeatable, and absolutely epic approach to the market. And then we still have people wanting to go and do things like, let's just short it because it's up and let's just buy it because it's down. It's like, I'm going to bash my head against the wall. Like I try to help you guys, but I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink, you know? You guys are all going to see it eventually. Like, again, Kyle, congratulations, buddy. Cashed out on the final Walmart contract for 300%. Attaboy. Great work, guys. Pony AI, I think this had a setup on it. And it's just got earnings too close. It's an interesting looking chart, but it's not for us. IONQ. No. This could form a post-earnings consolidations. Did this report? Yeah, this could do a nice little post-earnings consolidation setup, but you don't want this now. FLNG. That's actually really good. Garrett, I love that setup. That's really good. Shippers have been actually looking very good here as well. So I'll throw an alert on that just in case, but that's a really, really good looking chart, Garrett. Nice. Good find there. So again, I'm just going to keep showing you guys the dirtiest trades in the market. Hopefully you guys are seeing how simple this actually is. And are able to start doing this for yourself soon. Let's do 0 days. Let's light our money on fire. Yeah, I don't get it, man. It's like, all of you can do this. It's not that hard. I know it's like, oh, we talk about some like very complex things in the market and go through things and like from a very high level perspective most times. But the trading stuff is not that. It's very, 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 like I could teach a 4-year-old to do this. Maybe not 4th grader, definitely. So ANET just kind of cruising around here. Let's see if this wants to get over 140 at some point today. It'd be fun if it did. Maybe it doesn't though. Yeah, great work on Wally though. Great work, guys. Market looks pretty good here. Are we getting back above that daily 10 yet? That's kind of what I want to see. Nah, you really need, if you want to clear this and start trend, like for me to be like, okay, this is going to be an interesting move up, you need like 25 points higher on ES, which would be a lot to do today, but it could do it by the end of the week. Nice movement to the upside there. Oscar consolidation. Let me take a look at that actually. No, not at all. No, Garrett. Garrett, you had it there. You were so close. You were looking good. You were perfect on the FLNG, and then nonsense. This is not a setup. Not a setup. Welp. Where's Google? Yeah, I actually do really like this. It's a little funky, but I'm a fan of that. ANET with some volatility. Where's MSOS? How's that looking? Yeah, 340, not bad. That's why I'm not you. Well, you have it. Like, that's the thing. I know, Garrett, you know what to look for. Like, FLNG, perfect. I love that. I love when you guys are finding things like that. Oscar, though, you'll learn to stay away from those. I did tell you guys on Oscar and all these other ones that they were going to come crashing down, and then, oh no, everybody's asking me to buy Oscar up here, and I'm screaming, no, don't do it. It's like the Interstellar meme with Matthew McConaughey standing behind the bookshelf. It's like, Murph, don't do it. And then you guys are just like, Lizard. You just hit the button over and over and over again. And I'm like, guys, help me help you. Help me help you. No, but Gary, I'm just joking around with you. You know what you're doing. I do really like how this looks, though. Google over yesterday's high could be a fun one. I'm a bit disappointed in FSLR. That could have been a really fun one there, but hey. Google for a couple more. It kind of is post-earnings. I mean, this is a post-earnings consolidation setup on Google here. I mean, it gapped up, came down, consolidated. I mean, this could get a further break to the upside here and have some fun with us. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but my ANET contracts are juicing for some reason. They're really holding well, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. Lizard. They're really holding well. I must have gotten a good fill, and maybe because I went a little bit further out in terms of the strike, so they might just, like, some people might just be coming in and starting to hit that one now. Like, pins would be great if it didn't have earnings. Yeah, let's see. I don't like this candle on it. Like, that's the problem with some of these. Like, you'll see it flatline, but then there's this wick, so then it's like, well, you could technically look at the break here if you're ignoring the wick, but you can't ignore the wick. You know? Where's Wally right now? Is Wally still ripping for you? Oh my God. Miguel, are you up 700% yet on that? You up 700% on that yet? I'd love it if you were. I'd love to see that. I don't know, man. I'm just going to keep calling these for you. I'm just going to keep doing it. Some of them aren't going to work, but those are going to be really, really tiny paper cuts. But the ones that hit, which there's a lot of them, they're going to do this. Boom. You know? Yeah, I think, what's his name, too? Kyle hit it for 300% too. That's good. Trader G's. Oh my God. Oh, you just hit a double TP on that? Oh yeah, the day trading mastery course strategy is nasty too. That was a 7R move. 1 to 7 risk to reward. That's dirty. Congratulations. There you go. Will FSLR pull a Wally? Wally never actually invalidated below the low. I technically cut that early. FSLR did invalidate below the low, so you should not be in that anymore. Don't marry them, guys. Do not marry them. There's always another trade coming. Take the money back, rinse and repeat, and we'll go find another one. Just like a Walmart. We're just going to keep doing it. That's what LTMP is all about. And like we were talking about this morning, I was like, your equity curve will go like this. It's like, all right, so you have a nice gain. So if the market wants to chop around a little bit, you'll go like very small down, tick, 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 and then Walmart, and then you rip back up. Actually, I don't know if you guys could see that. It's like this. So it's like your equity curve will go like this. So actually, I'll do it this way so that you guys can see it. So you're up like this. You go tick, 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 little down, little down, little down, baby paper cup, bang, Walmart. Then you do it again. Ooh, hold on. Tick down, tick. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. Tick down, tick down, tick down, tick down. Little bit. Basically break even. Bang, another one. That's what trading is. So, great work, guys. I'm just gonna keep giving them to you. For those of you guys that still need to hop into the group, Use code August. Get your first month for 50% off. Lock in the low rate before prices go up. That's why I say to you guys, the outcome of an individual trade is meaningless. Oh, 1 of 1. Atta boy. 165% on Walmart there. Great work. Great work. Traded the, made it free. Great work, guys. Yeah, I'm like going back and forth between like the community gain section and the Discord. Like I know Miguel was up 662% on Walmart. That's crazy. So ANET still looking decent here. I should be green on these. Yeah, I'm up 16% on them. You introduce 5 friends to LTMP, they might join today. We'd love to have them. We'd love to have them in there with us. I like the whole thing about this is trying to get people to just see the market from a different perspective and just open their eyes to like what they should actually be doing. Making it free is the best feeling. Oh, it's awesome. I'd love to be able to make ANET free today. I don't think, I mean, unless if it rips over 140, I'll be able to. But it's just kind of stuttering here right now. And I love making it free. You know what my favorite time to make it free is? Right before earnings. Freebies for earnings, guys, are always fun. That was when the 8,000% Ben trade. Or no, that wasn't earnings. That was on Datadog S&P inclusion. That's the biggest trade of the year that I've heard of somebody in the group. 8,000%. Then we've also had what, 6,300% and a 3,600%, 1,200% on Oracle. VZ, let's look. Is it invalidating? Yeah, it's fine. As long as that hangs out on top of the 200 there, it's still valid. But like, I'm not really the biggest fan of this. I did kind of put this on there just so we had another thing to look at. Like if it flatlined in here and then broke, I would have been more open to it. But not the biggest fan of how that's looking. Like it's a good setup, but like, it's very rangy. KO. We could take a look at Coke. Those can get fun. Like you like Pfizer, Coke. Ooh, that's interesting. There's a lot of noise in this chart here, you know? Like, it could be interesting. Holding the 200, flatlining above the 10 here. I'd actually be interested in that. ANET making a nice little push here back to the upside. What are these up right now? Are they doing anything for us? Doing anything for us? Man, they're up 21%. That's not bad. It's not bad. We've seen ANET do a lot of good recently. Like that's kind of why I'm like very interested in this, because like I think we caught this breakout here early July and it just ripped up for us. That was good. But now though that you're seeing this, it's like, I mean, you're at the highs. This thing could get a lot of juice here. A lot of juice. The post-earning strategy is very, very, very fun, but it's volatile. Oh, there we go. There we go, guys. Hold on. Everybody, you doubt me over here? I don't know why. And nobody doubt anything that we do in LTMP. Miguel is up 1,125% on the Walmart trade idea from this week. I try to help you guys. I really do. I'm going to be posting those probably on the community tab later. Miguel, absolutely epic there, man. Look at that move on Wally. That's what it's all about. That is LTMP right there. Less trades, more profits, paper cuts on the losers, massive gains on the winners, and you make sure that you're only operating in the market when it makes sense to. I try and tell you guys this every day. I've told you guys this before. I'm going to come back on these streams and just show you guys the results of some of the most epic trades that fire off in the market. And the thing is that like I've been doing this for with showing you guys these like for like the last month and a half. Don't miss the next one. We're just going to keep doing it. ANET moving back up there. That's good. Epic. Absolutely epic. Those might run more. Yeah, we were talking about that. That could be the next multi-thousand percenter on Wally. I don't know. I'll throw the link in here for you guys again. There you go. I'm going to toss it in. Use code August. Am I a little upset that I cut the Wallies early? Yeah, but again, fine with me. I told you guys too. You can hold it if you want. Costco looking good? Yeah, Costco's looking good too, I believe. I'd like to... This is now... Okay, so, all right, fine. I'll give you guys a freebie. Earlier this week, when I said that I was gatekeeping one for the Discord, it was this. Now, Costco's not a setup yet. I want Costco to flatline and consolidate right above this 200 EMA. Now, this is a setup here that if it does set up the way that Costco can move, I'd probably size this a little bit more aggressively. Now, you do have to be careful because Walmart's going to be coming into their earnings here, so maybe I won't go too crazy with it. But these are some of my favorite looks in the market. You see a big move down, a clear trend shift, and a nice period of consolidation. Remember how we were talking about Adobe last week, where I said this is like kind of almost there to one of my favorite setups, but it hasn't trend shifted. Just like looking at this here, you have a downtrend, you have a high, a low, a lower high, lower, sort of lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So if this thing were to be consolidating up here, I would have been all googly-eyed at Adobe. But I wasn't because it wasn't, what do you call it? It wasn't trend shifting. Costco is. Look at what we have here. A high, a low, lower high, basically lower low, lower high, lower hose, lower, sorry, but I can't talk. Lower low. We have a high that kind of breaks one of the previous highs, a higher low, and a trend shift. Higher high. So if you flatline here and it breaks to the upside, woo, you could easily get a very quick move up to 1,000. Very quickly on that. So, ANET looking good. What are those contracts at? 34% on my ANETs. There we go. That's good. That's looking pretty good there. I'd love if we get above 140, these probably get really snappy on ANET with the nice little post earnings move. Bull putting in work. Yeah, I kind of want to buy some of that. Yeah, congratulations to those of you guys that have hopped in like in weeks past. I mean, I know it's been very, very, very worth it for all of you guys that have made that choice. Just these trades are just ridiculous. Market pushing still here. You get above 103 on Wally, Miguel, you're going to be up 1,500%, I think. Palantir? Palantir just won't stop, man. It's just a beast. This thing is just a monster. It's just like I said, it's like you don't short it up here, but it's not really one that you buy. Again, you would have been up a little bit, but like that's not where I like to buy things. I like to buy bases. Geister, that's not what that means, because you also have to realize that like if Walmart did not end up playing out the way that it did, those contracts are going right to zero. So think about it. This is where the risk to reward comes in. So let's say you have 1% of your account in on the weeklies. You're risking it. So what's that? ANET, nice. You're risking 1%. It could go to zero, but then if you hold it, you could be up 1,000%. So you're basically hitting that 1 to 10 risk to reward. And when you look at Walmart here, this is another kind of reason why we like options. You actually might be close to it because the entry's here. Oh no, yeah, you're not going to be at 1 to 10. You're going to be at what, 1 to 5? So that's still pretty good. Like if you were to take the share trade on Walmart, you'd be up at a 1 to 5 risk to reward, which is still good. The two reasons why I like options kind of over shares for like the big names is because one, you can trade more of them, and two, if you catch something like this with like shorter expiration, they can really run. You get that gamma boost. But guys, sir, I really would not be disappointed about 200% gains on Walmart. That is still unbelievable. that is still very, very awesome and respectable gains. Now, if it continues and you already made it free, I mean, you could be looking really good there. So, yeah, I'm still green on the MSOS position. I'm going to let that go for a little bit. Nicely up on the ANETs. Slightly red today just because of the FSLR and MSOS moving down. But, like, if ANET goes up a little bit more here, I mean, I'll snap right back into the green. But again, though, I don't care. Like, I'm not looking at it on, like, what my performance is on any given day. I'm looking at it in my performance on any, like, usually the shortest time frame I'll look at for, like, oh, how am I doing is a month. That's kind of how I look at it. The people that are looking at it on daily performance are just missing the point of what the market actually is. You know, ANET looking good here at the highs. Market's looking pretty good. So this area up here, remember how I was saying 25 points away on ES is like that clear trend shift there. Also, we got a lot of you guys in here today. You guys haven't even hit the like button yet. We got a 200 like goal on the stream. We got to at least get to 100. Don't be a slacker. It also makes it easier for you guys to find these streams and the videos again. So if you guys are finding value in them and you want to come back, it will make it easier. Again, turn on notifications for the channel too. I do these streams every day for you guys at 10:30. On Fridays, I'm live at 9:15 just because it's big public live day. Yeah, I mean, a little bit of a slower week, but again, Walmart's right there. There's Walmart. I would rather, guys, take like one trade in a month. If I could take one trade in a month that made 600%, I would do that. I don't want to be trading all the time. Why would I want to be putting on risk all the time? SGBX. Uh-oh, Christian. I think you've given me these before, and I'm always a little worried about it because it could be something silly like this penny stock biotech thing. SGBX. Safe and green holdings. Okay, hold on. God damn it, Christian. Christian, what? Mother, God, garlic cake, dude. I try to help you guys, and you guys are pulling up tickers. Like 2 million market cap garbage. What are you doing? Are you trying to lose money in the market, dude? Stop. Please, 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 please. Guys, I swear, once you go through the learning curriculum videos, you're going to look at this right here, and it's going to make your stomach hurt. You're going to be like, oh, why would I ever do that? Christian, sorry that I'm being mean here, and I know I sound like an asshole a lot of the times on the streams, but quite honestly, I don't care. Because I know what each and every one of you guys need and should be doing in the market in order to generate positive results. And when you guys try and do things that are going to get you negative results, that I don't like that because I want you guys to be winning in the market, not losing. You know? You just saw it on a screener. That's fair. But I try so hard to get you guys thinking the right way about the market. And I know I sound like an asshole sometimes. This is actually a great point here. Kylito SMC, that's exactly what I'm doing. I make too much with LTMP, so I have to take random trades to lose some. I love that. Congratulations, buddy. It's good to have you in there. Garlic cake. I really try and help you guys and show you the light. And I should, what? Walmart. Here you go. What was this one again? 1,125%. Okay. Do you want to make 1,125%, or do you want to screw around with 2 million market cap penny stocks? What would you like? I know what I'm picking. You know? I know what I'm picking every time. So, ANET still looking relatively good on this post-earnings move so far. We'll see if it gets some follow-through today. It'd be great if it did. Whew, sorry. I feel bad sometimes, saying these things and acting this way, but it's you guys, it's your fault. It's not my fault. You guys make me say these things to you. It's imagine your child is just misbehaving and you constantly have to yell at them. You're like, it's not my fault for yelling at you. Don't eat the garlic cake. Market's looking actually pretty good here. If you can clear 63.77.25, I'm going to leave that just level there just for us to have it. That's a good spot to show us that the market wants to trend higher here. Google. I want to leave Walmart up because I want to see that break 103. Actually, I'll throw an alert on that. Where's Wally? Remember when I said that earlier this week when we had Walmart? I was like, guys, Walmart has done great things for us in the past. Let's see what it's gonna do again. We've had some good ones, and then boom, 1100%. I know, man, I got screwed so many times. I need to learn to leave those crazy stocks. Yes, dude, I'm telling you. This is another thing too. I probably have between 5 and 10 high conviction ideas every single year, and then I hammer them, on the longer term investment side. I've only missed one, really, like one loser in like the last 2.5 years, and right now it's Novo. So it's kind of the same thing, like risk to reward. Like, I mean, Palantir at 15, I sold it at 71. Yin at 20, sold it at 51. Sofi, I'm still holding. I bought that at 655. Gave you guys Philip Morris at 95. RKT, you're focusing more on Neo. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. That's the thing. Like, once you buy a stock, like, you really don't have to focus on it that much. Like, I look at these just because, like, I talk about them in videos and stuff. But, like, all I'm really doing is looking at some of the news that comes out, paying attention to their earnings, and then seeing if the thesis is going to remain valid or not. But, like, the thesis with Neo isn't really on anything that's going to be happening in the it's technically short term. But, like, it's really if they're able to hit the goals that they've outlined to shareholders by the end of this year and going into next year. So, like, looking at the developments now are really just giving us an indication of if they're going to be able to do that or not, So, but again, a lot of people will look at like these one individual names, and especially something like Neo that is a hype name. It's one of those names that retail loves to fly into. Like this, I actually think that Neo is like the riskiest one that I've outlined. Now, Novo ended up going down more, but like just in general, in terms of what could happen to this, Neo, I would say, is the riskiest one because they haven't proven that they're able, like fundamentally, it's the most risky. What do I like for long term right now? I'm not really all that crazed up about much. Like when the market's at the highs, it's tough to buy things for me. I like Bull though. Bull is an interesting one that I do want to have a position in. I just got to do the work on it, ANET looking for new highs here. Let's see if we can get this pushed to 140. I'd love that. What are we up on this right now? I'm up 25%. It's not bad. I mean, these can get snappy real quick. These are cheap contracts, so like they're gonna take a second to move. If it wants to get moving. Like if we break 140, I'll probably be up like 80%. Market's looking good here though, guys. Market's looking good. Think about what we were saying earlier today with the Goldman Sachs data that I was going over with you guys, that like there was one of the largest unwinds in the market, which is basically selling or deleveraging that we've seen since 2020. Walmart's going again. Walmart's hunting 103. Like, how does that make any sense? Like, what about this market right now is really scaring people? Like, the only argument really is the stagflation narrative off of tariffs. I don't agree with that. So, like, I can't even really incorporate that. It's a risk, but it's not the base case, So I don't really see the reason for a lot of these funds to be doing what they're doing. You were looking at Bull the other day? I really like it. Chart-wise, like, I gave you... So I don't know if you guys are still in this from the entry that I gave you. But this was at 1175. So if you guys are still in Bull from 1175, great job. But this is another thing too. Like you guys were asking me a lot about Figma, the IPO here. And you're like, should I buy it? Should I buy it? My answer was unequivocally no. Do not touch these. There is going to be a time over the next 6 months where I will probably outline an absolutely disgusting Figma trade for you guys. It's just not now. And Webull is a really good example of like me saying something like this, like, no, don't buy it on the IPO. Don't Webull wasn't an IPO, but like when it like starts trading as Webull or Figma starts trading as Figma, This is a really good example of like what I'm talking about. So you don't buy these because a lot of the time, like you're not going to get the best entry. You're probably not going to be getting it down here. You're going to chase it higher. You're going to think it's going to go higher than it is. And then you're going to end up being a bag holder. Okay, what I would rather wait for is something like this. Exactly what I gave you guys on Bull. You see this massive move to the upside. It aggressively moves down. It consolidates and kind of bases for a few months. There's Walmart over 103. Congratulations, guys. And then you start to set up at these lows. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to chase it when everybody else is. Again, if you want to have different results than everybody else, guys, you got to think and act differently than they do. Everybody else is going to be running into these IPOs just blindly and then hoping that they're going to make 200% in a day on them, which is possible. Again, like Figma, if you traded it well, all right, you probably made a little bit of money. But the actual money is going to be made on these types of moves where they sell off, they base, the market kind of gets used to what these things should be valued at, and then they go, you know? Let's see. Is there anything in J&J? Let me take a look. That's actually, I like that actually. That's not bad. Oh, there goes ANET. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Are we getting snappy on these contracts right now? Let's see. Oh, ooh. 43% on ANET post earnings. There we go. There we go, folks. Am I back green yet? Yeah, I'm close. I'm close. Yeah, over 140, these should get real snappy for us. All right, I did not expect this to happen today, but we are about 10 points away from, I think it's yesterday's high on ES. Clearing above that, yeah, yesterday's high on ES. It's right around, yeah, we're moving. We're moving. Wally's looking good. Dude, Miguel, are you still holding this thing? Where's Miguel? Where's our top performer today in the group? Because he was up 1,125% on the Wallies before this move over 103. Those have got to be ridiculous looking now. Targeting that 105. It could. Ain't it? Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. If that happens, I'm going to throw a little wild limit order out on the ANS. If they really rip today. You have one contract left? Attaboy, Kylito. What do you... Wait, are you Miguel? Wait, maybe not. Maybe your name is the same. Not the same in there. Or maybe your name is the same in there. But is that you? I don't think so. What are you up on them? Kylito. I don't know if you have weeklies. The weeklies are the ones that really ripped for everybody. Yeah, I'm curious. What are you up on those right now? 200%? Nice. Nice, guys. Great work. Great work. Doesn't get much better than that. Think about what we were talking about earlier on the private stream and what we talked about today with your equity curve. It's just like tick, 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 little paper cut, little paper cut, little paper cut, bang, Walmart. Then you do it again. Maybe a little paper cut, maybe a little gain. Nice, okay, little paper cut, boom. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Boom. That's how it works. So, yeah, I mean, I would assume you've already made these free. If you're up 200%, we hit that first target here today at $100.92. There you go. That's how it works, folks. LTMP for the win. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help. That's like the 4,000% trade in the last 3 weeks. you hit this on ES today, that's big time. That'd be big time if you hit that on ES today. That level that we were talking about. So what is it? 63.77, 75, 63.78. That'd be big time. So again, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you guys drop some likes. We're slacking big time on the like button today, but that's okay. I'm more worried about you guys making money. I mean, thousands of % gains again. There you go. I mean, what else do you guys want? What else could you possibly want in the market? Even long since the bottom on MQ? Oh, I bet that's fun too. Fair value gap. Sorry, man. I will always make fun of that stuff. Mainly because, so here's the thing, Carlito. Some of those things can actually work. I'd love to see them systematically tested. But the way that they, like, the way that they operate in the market is actually smart. The thing that I hate is that you have a bunch of people running around saying that they're following the algorithm or the market makers or the thing. And it's just like, they have a fundamental misunderstanding of the inner workings of the market. There is no one algorithm that runs the market. It just doesn't exist. It's not how it works. The market's an auction that then gets influenced by market maker delta hedging as a result of their providing of liquidity. That's what the market is. Like somebody yesterday was commenting on like a tweet of mine. They were like, but like their market makers dumping on it, this, that, and the other. It's like, no. The market makers are reactionary. Kylito, that's pretty cool. Awesome stream today. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. You heard there was 2. Yeah, I just like, you know, the guy can't trade either. So it's like, and then you got all these TikTok idiots out there that don't actually know anything about the market. Like, okay, here's a good way to tell if anybody actually knows what they're doing. There's a lot of different ways. You can just automatically assume that most of these people have no idea what they're doing. But here's a good one, is if they talk about having a financial advisor. It's a really good one. Good way to look at like if they actually know what they're doing and have any understanding of markets. You sit here and look at markets all day long and you're going to outsource your money to somebody else. That like is not going to, like, what are you doing? Like, first of all, if you're that worried about it, buy the S&P. Just buy the S&P. They're going to, like, then you can have, like, your own, if you're worried about the trust side of it, go talk to a trust and estate attorney. If you're worried about the accounting side, have a good accountant. It's like this big flashing red signal to me where I'm just like, oh, nope, scammer. You know? Because it shows that they don't actually know anything. ANET moving down there. We'll see what happens with that. Still looks good on the initial post-earnings move. We'll see. Market giving it back a little bit here. Again, I'd like to obviously see this thing get up to 63.77.25. Since before, been watching for years. Yeah, I've been around for a while. The cool thing is, though, I was actually thinking about this the other day. Like, obviously, every single year and every day, like, I'm learning new things, too. So, like, I look back at, like, how much I knew then and how much I knew now, and I will say, I'm like, the way that I operate in the market now, it's not that different. It's just, like, with more information and, like, more, like, analytical capability, which I feel like is fair. Like, you always learn things in the market, like, different things to, like, look for and all of that things. But I'll look back at myself and then call myself an idiot. I'll be like, you're dumb, too. And I'll probably look back on myself in 5 years now and be like, that kid's an idiot. Like, it's just the threshold's a lot higher. It's just like the standards that I have are a lot higher. You know? Tom, 273% on Walmart. Great work, man. Absolutely epic. So I'm going to throw the link for you guys to hop into again in the live chat. Again, it is literally $1 a day for your first month to join with code August. Make sure you guys hop in before the end of August because if you miss it, the prices are going to go up. You guys have had enough time to hop in. I mean, I've shown you guys the most disgusting trades in the market. Do a lot more day trading? I mean, I did, but most of the stuff anyway was swing trading. I just wasn't showing you guys the swing trading stuff. I was just doing it. You know? I showed you some of, like, I would talk about, remember, like the earning strategy that I had. I showed you guys that one. But it wasn't really a lot of what we were talking about. And I was like, well, I'm not going to, like, do this, that, like, because if I started to do it, the problem is, unless we were going to do something like this where I'm actually, like, teaching you guys this stuff, I didn't want to, like, say something and then have you guys try and do it and then screw it up. Now you guys have every resource available to you. We're doing this stuff every single day, and you guys can always ask me questions. You have the learning curriculum videos. You have everything. We just didn't have that before. And market pulling back here. Let's see. ANET still looks good. What are these up right now? Probably 17% or something. 16. That's fine. Yeah, it's fun seeing your guys' growth too, like from switching from day trading to swing trading, and the just such a drastic shift in your results has been unbelievable to see. So congratulations, everybody. I'm just gonna keep doing this with you guys. It's really, really awesome to see all of you guys having so much success, and it's not gonna stop. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do today. I gotta prepare for this weekend. I got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Oh, I can't. I have something very fun I'm doing this weekend. And in 3 weekends. I like booked a trip, guys. Guys, this is crazy. You guys know, you guys that have been around forever know this. I don't go anywhere, ever. I just hang out in Boston. Well, okay, recently, last summer and this summer, I kind of did more stuff. But now, dude, I'm doing well, it's not really a trip. I might fly there, actually, but I'm probably going to train. I booked like a hotel for 4 days. It's going to be so much fun. I'm actually really excited about that. And this weekend, I'm really excited for. Like to buy Benny. Stop. Benny. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a YouTube video off for you guys today too. That could be fun. I just like working. So if I go somewhere that I'm tired, perfectly fine with being tired for these things though. So, have fun? I will. Love trip? No comment. Coming down to fit? No. No. It's not that far away though. Yeah, ANET moving back up. That's good. Is this a Bonnie Blue event? No, guys. I'm not going to a Bonnie Blue event. No, you guys are the ones that go to the Bonnie Blue events and at the end of the line, chasing those stocks at the highs. That's you guys, not me. Actually, all right, I can't tell this story, actually. I have a really funny story. I just can't tell it. All right, I swear, I'm not going to tell it, but the problem is that, like, I have so many funny stories and funny things to say that, like, people in my personal life are like, dude, how do you not get, like, canceled all the time? And I'm like, because I don't say these things on stream. I wish I could. I wish I could. I'd have so many, if I did this on, like, TikTok, guys, or anything, I'd have so many more, you know, the ICD seminar, I'd have so many more viewers, people would laugh. I just can't. I try and release the comedy a little bit every now and then, but I just can't. There's every once in a while, there will be like people watching the streams that, no, I can't tell this story. I just can't. I'm sorry for doing it this way too. It's just like I can't embarrass myself. You never know who's lurking in the live chat. Like, you got to keep it professional, you know? You're front running Google. Well, good luck with that. You are violating some rules. Just delete the video? No, I can't. I can't. I wish I could go no filter on the internet. We would have so much more fun. I just can't. I won't be able to get myself to do it. It kind of is for like what's happening next. I can't I can't be out on the internet saying crazy things. Michael. That was a funny dad joke, man. That was a good one. That one made me laugh. That was a good one, you know? Strictly business? Yeah. Because, like, then if I started talking like that, too, then people wouldn't take me seriously. Like, all those people on TikTok that do stupid things in the trading space, you're just like, I don't take any of you seriously. I just, like, we're here to talk about markets and make money, and for you guys to objectify my feet, like, that's as far as we usually go. Ain't it? Come on, get back up there. Let's get going, pal. Let's go over 140. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Keep it PG. Yeah, we usually do. All right, guys. It's 11:45. We're gonna wrap it up for today. Today was just another testament to just how good our system is in the market and what kind of results are able to be generated if you just listen. Pay attention or pay a premium, guys. Again, I'm gonna throw the link one last time into the live chat for you guys here. It's pinned to the top as well. Use code August, get 50% off your first month. We'd love to have you in there. Get you going, learning how to operate in the market in a way that's going to give you guys skills that nobody can ever take away from you. So, making you showing his feet? No, it's like in the Discord, then you would be monetized technically. No, the feet thing was a joke from years ago. I still do it every now and then. If you guys hit 1,000 likes on the stream, we'll do ankles again. I told you guys that. 1,000 likes on the stream, we'll do ankles. But yeah, have a good rest of your day, guys. For those of you guys that are hopping into the group, again, first step, watch the learning curriculum videos and then ask me questions. That's going to get you guys up to speed. It is not that difficult to learn. So, congratulations on Walmart. Really, really good. I'm going to tweet that out and start victory lapping over there. So, yeah, good day. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's kind of like a flat week over here. I mean, ANET, if that fires, that would be good. We'll see what happens with MSOS here. FSLR didn't end up playing out, but Walmart did. So, folks, I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.